Welcome to the lovely IHP community and the 5D collective. I'm coming to you from the future. No, not really, but well, you never know. Future might be looking something like this on a spaceship somewhere. How many people, I wonder, could actually envision the future? I have seen the future. I'm a 5D mystic, remember? My regular listeners, they know my future husband. I know him too. He knows about our future life, and we do know we get saved. And I don't watch movies. Why should I? I have my own downloads. I mean, look, my life is so interesting, without one little bit of. In fact, by the way, that's what I was gonna say. My lovely home is amazing right here. This heart, this body, yeah. And obviously, I have cities that are my home too. But I was thinking, home is where the heart is. Well, some people, the external, it really has a toll on them. And I, as an enlightenment soul age group who's a 5D mystic, and I love to be myself as a human being, I have news for you. Not only do you not know how to love if you don't have secure attachment, you also don't know how to love consistently, because you know what happens when you're reactive, right? So what I love more than anything is that science has explained to a cerebral brain, because see, the thing is, I am a lefty and a righty. I'm not only one. And when you figure out how the ego works, but you have fun with it, I'm a whole 3-year-old heart. That's why I'm going to give you a fun fact, which my regular viewers and listeners know. I don't get jokes. People make fun of me about it, my good friends. The ones who are my good friends, but they have issues with their own stuff, they can get annoyed. And I have one friend, I remember he was getting into a little spiteful mood. I feel bad for my friend. I don't think he's going to get better. He actually owes people money, and well, it's a long story short, but this is the friend that I told my regular community about, because I was going to help him. He seemed really interested in being helped, but I think that the angry button, yeah, it's sad, but sad, so true. This one wanting to be thinner, that one wanting to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, I do, Ursula. I'm not Ursula, but there are people who trust those of us who do know ourselves 100%. Yeah, the kind people, it's only kindness because we choose from our hearts not to be unkind, because it's how do I want to be treated? With kindness and honesty. Oh, honesty doesn't mean you lie to me, but if you don't know yourself, show yourself. So any unconsciously living person does karma, not dharma. And then you watch them as they play Tom and Jerry out, which is why, again, you can't love if you don't have the oxytocin gene or hormone on consistently. You can have lustful and, you know, those relationships where when they don't have each other, that's a sad story when you don't know how to be your 1-year-old. So attachment is something normal. We all have attachment desire, at least one human being. I'm polarly secure and polarly wise. And I saw a fancy lady in a suit. Oh, she's amazing. One of her ads is about healing trauma. And I'm like, you're not even a fucking therapist. Wow. I mean, I know there's Reiki masters that say they heal trauma too. We support you to clear your energy sphere. So anybody who's authentically aware of their needs, securely attached, and or a person who wants to be securely attached, so a smart human being will know you're not a therapist. You can't heal trauma. You can be a coach. You can be a consultant. So you see what I'm saying? Smart means stable, mature, adaptive, rational, teachable, but it also means I care about my well-being. I don't care about being a facade. Okay, so anybody watch Mulan? You remember when the emperor... I do this, by the way. If you're new, I just have a story for you. I'm sharing. I have no lists. This is a pirate's life, but it's a good pirate's life, meaning we care about our herd. Yes, like Johnny Depp in the Pirates of the Caribbean. He's really hot in that one. Not in all his other movies. And that's a side note. But I do love, even though not the drama part, when they had to have, you know, the one guy become inaccessible to her. It's like, seriously, you had to have that. Who's the non-securely attached person who likes Tom and Jerry? The people who create drama like that. So you'll notice why I don't watch any of that. My life is way better because I have the oxytocin gene hormone on. I don't do Tom and Jerry. I spot Tom and Jerry and I spot facades, and the fancy man in suit hasn't done anything interesting lately, so I can't make fun of him. But remember, women, a man won't text us back for a couple of reasons. right after he's done the deed. And this man was really specific about 1 second after he's done. So just get ready. Guess what he's going to feel towards you, ladies. Ladies, and some of you ladies don't like the gents. So you can say, thank goodness I don't like the gents, because really, I haven't heard anything about ladies and ladies, gents and gents. I haven't heard anything about either. But this man probably wouldn't talk about these things anyways, because he's, completely not open to diversity. His brain isn't open. In fact, lack of imagination for evil are words that come out of his mouth. But, let me pause. I've met people on my trip. I'm on an adventure. You see, I'm in the future. No, I'm not, but I met a couple of really awesome people. Oh, synchronicity. This was amazing. Remember my future husband? Yes. So this human being knows not the future husband, but basically we're like compadres or whatever the word is. So he and I, one of them that I met on my trips, because I love to chit chat, I'm friendly like that. And no, not with everyone. Remember, we have the man, am I not decent enough? I told this man about this man because he was talking a really good talk about boundaries and all that. Really great. And he doesn't, though, believe in the neuroscience. It's not that he doesn't believe in it, but he's had experiences with people that have done as helping people to get out of the whole demon possession, which nobody gets possessed. So as we're talking about esotericism and mysticism, since you all know, I'm a fan of making sure people know who I am. And as I was making a friend, I was like, you know what, I better let them know. Woo, because before they get to my YouTube channel and then say, what the fuck, who is she? What's an evil person out there? Because we all know, hey, ladies, so with the gentleman, disgust, contempt towards us, and then shame. We don't know where the shame goes, but if he doesn't text you back, it's better that way. Don't text him back. And if anyone, even ladies, gents, if they don't text you back and they go quiet, leave it alone. Now, if they're a consistent, contingent communicator, that's a different story, because everybody has a love language. They usually, no, they always. So I know people, we have different ways of, and some are completely absent, quote unquote. They're not absent, they just don't use the phone. And you'll notice it. Then there's the ones who instead, they just, like a little flag in the wind, but they're not a flag post. And back to the emperor from Mulan for end of stories. And this is how we do it. I do it all the time. If I leave you hanging, get used to it, because now that I'm used to doing YouTubes, I don't, I do the podcast, but the podcast audio versions, they're longer, number one. I've left people hanging who knows how many times, but if they want, they can ask me. They know that. Just tell me where the minute is, and I'll go pick it up. So, okay, Mulan the Emperor. Remember how that one, whatever his name is, says, you must bow down to me. And he says, the mountain never bows down to the wind. So when you have earned secure attachment or secure attachment of your 1-year-old, I didn't lose mine, and you have a 3-year-old, she doesn't get broken, he or you get him fixed. Again, no shame button anymore. You're not broken. You're not broken, but anybody who has Tom and Jerry attitude, they completely lack self-worth. They completely do shit that is hypocritical, Cusco shit, but it's Cusco with women, and imagine Cusco with Ursula kind of deal, or Cusco with Yzma, but make it into the people with same age. Doesn't matter. Just put in the drama. Put in my best friend. My best friend did this, but I'm not drama lady, so for me it was a completely different thing. Best friend in this TV, whatever shit it is, I saw an ad for it on my phone. I was like, who watches this? Because, see, I get curious when I'm watching stuff that is completely absurd. So in this little ad, what you see is a woman sleeping. And the narrator is saying she's going to get married to blah, blah, blah. And he's in the room with her while she's sleeping. Her best friend is there too. And she's pretending to sleep. Get this? I mean, really, the imagination. So, lack of it. Anyone want drama? There you go. So, fancy woman in suit, she don't heal no trauma. The way she talks about shit, she's just re-traumatizing people, keeping you in a reactive button, by the way. And re-traumatizing doesn't mean you're going to see it. Just means you play out the same first 8 years of your life, which is a sad story. So, playing out your karma, I mean, sooner or later, you're going to find someone to marry you. Remember what she says? She tells the ladies, don't think about it. Once he's done fucking you, or she says something like that. If a man wants to fuck you, remember, ladies, don't think. wedding bells, and they all laugh. So that's what non-empowered women do. The ones who want to get married, it's better if you get an app, a therapist, and then find somebody, and specifically versus what she does. Which, by the way, any empowered woman, I never thought once that a man would marry me if I fucked them. My men friends who are smart always told me, remember, Maria, they don't want you. In fact, I have a good friend of mine. Now, this friend, this was a very sensitive topic. I won't share it all. I'm just going to let you know, since I am an honest person, I owed my friend a bet. I owed him money, so I called him up. I owe you money. And then I said I wasn't going to call you, though, because you were brutally mean. I didn't use that exact words, but I said you were very mean. And I do know you went through shit, but I was not going to call you back. But I owe you money. So do you want the money? That's how people do it. And, with secure attachment, because you're an open heart, you're not taking offense. It's, I authentically, with an open heart, know what happened. You don't take accountability or ownership for it. No, my friend did. And it was because they were in a pissy mood. Doesn't justify it, right? But that's where therapy could help every person to get out of being their first 8 years of life. But they don't want that. Like, am I not decent enough to be saluted? Thinks he's a human being man of 50 years and plus. This lovely sciences people are proving all this bullshit. And in fact, when I deal with anyone, I just know, am I dealing with your 16-year-old? Then I know I'm going to be dealing with your shame button, because if your 16-year-old's in the room, you're going to get spiteful. Like the man who I was mentioning was teasing with my not getting jokes. And he was in an energy, because I am a feminine and a mystic. But really, I'm intuitive. And the feminine in me is because I have no trauma shit going on here. I have trauma charges. Yes, they get to come out. Get to have emotions. Yes, they get to come out. I have feelings. I don't use narratives. In fact, the people who use stories, I'm not worthy, they're not worthy, the inner and outer critic, yeah, the lady with her be reactive shit, she has no idea. She will bend down to the wind because she's not a mountain, because she's going to get reactive. If I wanted to, I could make you reactive. When people are in their little child parts, I notice it because of the comments they make. And while as a teenager, obviously, and as a younger adult, I was a lot more unaware of what is going on in here. I'm mindfully aware always and listening. And what am I doing? I'm recalibrating. This is a physical mastery. So I'm an Akashic record reader. You all know that. And you learn I'm self-taught, that we learn our mental, emotional, physical plane, or we come here to master it. I'm the human translator for self-help, anyone who wants to become their self. So it's only for the best of the best. No, we're not the best of the best, but we make very good use of our human makeup. Oh, it's awesome. Self-empowerment. The lady doesn't know what the fuck she's missing. So back to my other story. The person that I got to chit-chat with, as I explained to them about Patrick McNamara and there being no demons, the person said, yeah, we all believe in something different. That's where I left it alone, of course. But I'm going to let you all know, neuroscience, that's sciences, it proves how the brain works. I got a brain right here. I also have the sixth sense of interoception. So anytime my brain's doing wonky stuff, my body, I feel it. So I can understand what science explains, and then I'm spirituality. That's why I bring it to my lovely community here. But I also allow you to understand enlightenment soul age group is for those who own their sense of self. So you observe, witness, narrate. You don't have a narration for emotional depth. So when my heart gets broken, it's not broken like I told myself as a kid. When I chose to stay open-hearted and to be kind, I chose it from my heart. As it wanted to close up, I said, they're all unkind. They don't know how to love. Why would I not love? When you don't know how to love, why would I take away one of the most amazing feelings in the world? Because you, a low self-esteem, indirect communicator who has no fucking clue, and I didn't curse as a teenager, just said, you made a free will choice. My free will choice is that I don't close my heart, because I do love to love. I love to love, but my baby, he loves to dance. I'm going to dance and love to love, because that's exactly how you do it. So people who don't know how to love, they do Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry, so this bullshit person. So she's sleeping pretending. Her future husband's kissing this best friend or some shit like that. And they're planning on going to fuck, and she hears it, and you watch between her dramatically crying to her pretending. One, I'd be woken up. I would have woken up. I'm okay. You know what? I'm gonna leave you the room. We're not getting married tomorrow, or we need to talk about polyamory. Something we need to. But first, you lied to me, and what this is completely off. Like, this decision, maybe we should all go to therapy. At this point in 2024, I think maybe these are the varieties. Okay, therapy, maybe, if I want to choose to say with you. You know what? So here's the deal. As a teenager, I stuck it through because I was raised in a monoamorous, monogamous world, and it's still a material world. Yes, that's why fancy woman is in a suit. She's popular, as are fancy men. But I'm okay with that because, again, you will bend down to the mountain if you don't know how to self-regulate, and you won't ever know the difference because you didn't do over the hump like the little choo-choo train that could. So the man who says he doesn't believe in neuroscience, I understand it. It's called a limitation on the capacity of a person to hear what just came out of my mouth, which is a neuroscientist, versus I'm going to believe in the spiritual plane. Now, I come from faith and spirituality, which is why I can understand both sides of a coin. Always. Well, no, that's because my brain does. So I know that the sciences can create an issue for anybody who's not open to two sides of a coin. But since I'm open to both, and really they present to me the same thing, which is you're my brothers and sisters, and you all have goodness in your heart. If you want to access it now, if you want to access the shame shit, there's a fancy lady in a suit and man who will allow you to keep doing that. So the side note is that anyone can take what you share and make it into a story. It's not about belief. When people tell me I don't believe in Reiki, I say, of course you don't. It's energy. It's invisible. You haven't ever had the experience. You're not spiritual. And scientists are showing that it works, but still, it's something weird to you, something unexplainable. Demons, people want to believe in them because they're stories. I experienced the plane. I know that they're not real because I experienced the plane. I can understand that. But I also know that I know sciences explains how my brain works. And unless I want to be a flat earther, okay, so the reality is if you're grounded, here's 5D Mystic. So I don't bend down to the mountain or the wind or whatever because I'm able to use my embodied brain and open heart, but also be humble enough to know, of course, I don't know everything. And if I got a grown-up who says I don't believe in it, I'm not going to be like, let me start arguing with you. Those are the adaptive children, martyrs, superiors, codependent. So when you have an adventure outside of your home, it's always fun, number one. Two, when you're feminine, you're selective because you're picky, because you're empowered. And any person who owns their inner child will be just as much as an empowered person as I. The difference, though, is that I have never had a shame button in this lifetime. No, none of my lifetimes. I know my masculines. And here's the other part about when you're a feminine. You know exactly how you catered so that you could become the very thing you wanted to be. And this is something that you can't prove, but oh my God, is it awesome. I can't even begin to describe to you all every time that I got to get older. Now, see, remember, please, I come with Jesus and God. I need to share that because God was very specific when he gave me my lesson. That was something so silly. Oh, and I have a BFFF. At my teenage years, she kissed my boyfriend. I waited 7 days to go say, you know what? You could have told me. I believe in Jesus and I forgive. I follow. I don't just believe. I follow Jesus's path. I promised I would forgive. Why didn't you tell me? You're my best friend of all times. You know me. You know everything about me. You know. And the only thing I could conclude was you're afraid of me because I'm confident. And I'm 18? No, 19 at this point. Long story short, though, I didn't say we're no longer friends. No, I said I'm still your best friend, but shit. From him, I knew he didn't know. But you, what? Anyways, long story short, feminine. What I am here to say is that when you know yourself, you be yourself. Authentic needs, air, water, food. Anybody know about the prime mantis, the feminine, the female man? Yeah, so she eats the head. I was explained by smart people how this works. It's because she battles with other feminines, which luckily for me as a human, I don't battle for anyone. No, if you're that easily taken away from anyone, I mean, you're not my dog. You have no balls. You have no vagina. Anybody who allows anybody to tell them is not a person that's empowered. Anybody who tells me they don't believe in neuroscience, I'm just going to leave that one alone too, though, because I can't rule, lady. I got plenty of people. Your dreams are just dreams. Sure they are. You know what? Let me leave it alone. So when you can understand, again, full circle, all these beautiful topics, come on over if you want to be yourself, of course. If you don't, then don't. Because really, and we do good therapy if you need it. I'll be a person who says, okay, we got altars. We need therapists. because this can be healed, but not without you wanting to learn to be mindfully aware and then to grow a window of welcome. And let's not romanticize or demonize it. Doesn't take forever. Who wants to live forever? It takes about 6 to 7 years for dissociative identity disorder lady that I learned in my class to get all her memory barriers and consciousness barriers down. But long story short, I have to wrap this up. Adventures are fun, even when you're not home, but that's because you're safe here. Even if you have panic attacks, oh, my trip is going well. I'm happy about that, but I did get a bit of anxiousness as I got to plan, so that's still in the works, so you get to recalibrate. The other part is, I can't even begin to say, the meeting on this plane was amazing. I have a contact. I wanted a contact for our spiritual retreats in the future. This is a good contact because also they're in my world, in our world, because my community, you're also in this world. Even if you don't believe in it, it's okay, but you got a woo-woo lady here. So when you have sense of security and you have your core self, no shame, love button, what I was going to say is those who learn to be their feminine, in time, with good, healthy others, they learn to identify. Let me remember that there are Cuscos out there, and I'm going to listen to the ones who are not Cuscos, but that are Pachas, that are like that emperor, because that way I can learn in time to completely have self-empowerment, enlightenment, and continue to be the person I want to be, what I feel, all of it. Those who want to be their true self, they will choose love. They will choose loving partners. They will choose people who speak to them, love, respect, accept. They won't choose Tom and Jerry. They'll begin to spot Tom and Jerry and the fancy man and women in suit. They don't pull the wool over the eyes of them. They know how to hear them. And they're like, okay, I like them for this reason. I like them for that. But I know they're talking bullshit here, bullshit there. Okay, cool. That's it. You know how to be in equanimity. That's what is amazing about an integrated brain, restorative embodiment self. So we do mindfulness living and loving and spirituality. For those of you who are here, join us to be yourself with integrity and flaws. Of course. I mean, come on. Do you think I'm liked by all? Do you think I like all people? I don't. I am selective because I like smart people. That means they're intelligent. That means they believe in love. I believe in love. Da, 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 da. I believe in... No, what is that one? No. That one. There's nothing... all you need is love. Yes, all you do need is true love with yourself first, not with a fancy lady in a suit. Get out of shame. And if you need help, good therapists will help you get there. Once you're embodying that, then you get healthy others who basically, they're smart too. So they know science and spirituality come together. Otherwise, they're not smart. If they say, I believe there's never been a medium ever, that's a scientist that doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't believe there's no demon possession. That's a person who doesn't hear the neuroscience. So there you go. Our 5D collective is here, and I'm so excited for the future. So I'm going to leave you now. Thanks for tuning in.